Hello, this is a future Sam. It's Tuesday. I wanted to let you know on the Monday one, my kitchen is not a dual sink. I had it in selfie mode for the first half of the video in the morning, and then I had it in the regular video form in the afternoon. So that's why it looks like I have a kitchen set with a sink on both sides of my kitchen. Just to give you a heads up, in a fridge. Yeah, that's all I popped in to say. I hope you like the video. Thanks. Bye.
Welcome to Small Family, Small Budget. We are a family of 3. There's my son, me, and my husband. We had 4, but my oldest daughter had to move out already. My husband works at fast food full-time. I am a substitute teacher. Right now, I am not subbing because there's an executive or order that high schoolers are out for 3 weeks. So they're out until Wednesday because our 3 weeks are up until Wednesday. And the districts around here decided that they were closing the rest of their schools because it wasn't safe with the high numbers of the virus that was around here. So I have been out of work, but, well, half my work, because I also work at a Dollar Tree part-time. Our grocery budget goes up and down. Sometimes it's as low as $150 a month to up to $300 a month. So it depends on what hours we get. We are a low income family. We are on the poverty line, or we are under the poverty line. So somewhere around there. Let me wash my hands because I just messed with my hair, and then we will get to the rest of the video. Alright, so this week is leftover week. For me, in our family, we do not do our traditional leftovers where you eat if you make too much, you eat the leftovers the next day or until it's gone. I freeze our leftovers because our family don't like to eat the same thing right after or after that. So I freeze our leftovers and I do one big week, like every 4 to 6 weeks. So it could be the same meal again, if it's a whole meal, like if it's a soup or something, or if it's just the meat, I will do something with the meat and make a new meal, or it could be just the side or anything like that, or I could have something like I bought the ingredients and that ingredient is still left over from it. So let's say we have buns left over, which is the reason today, and they've just been hanging around and I need to get rid of them. So it's leftover week. Today is Monday. So we are making pulled pork sandwiches. And the reason is because I have buns. I have 5 hamburger buns that were left over from 2 to 3 weeks ago. We had hamburgers. And we have sub buns that I don't know how long they've been sitting in my fridge. I probably have hot dog buns still in my fridge that I haven't even seen yet. So we're going to make pulled pork. I have a pork butt that was in my freezer that needs to be gone. I buy the big thing of pork butt at a meat market, and then I chop it up in 4s or 6s so it'll fit my crock pot, and then it will last us probably 6 meals because I'll just bag it up when it's done to go back in my freezer. So let me get the meat out. So when I put meat in my freezer, I will put this in the crock pot. Oh, this is my crock pot. I don't know if you, let me set the camera so you can see it a little bit. Yeah. There's my crock pot. Alright, I need a cup of water. Wait, just let me get a measuring cup. Sorry, I should have been prepared for that. Let me get a cup of water. This is so that it doesn't burn inside to your crock pot. It's a very simple recipe. You just let it sit in your crock pot on low for 6 to 8 hours. And then you pull it out, shred it, drain the grease, and throw whatever kind of barbecue sauce that you want. So, it's been a while since I bought the pork butt. Because look, it is 11/5/19. I know it's backwards, but that means it was last year's pork butt that was in my freezer. Which, as long as it's not freezer burnt, it's perfectly fine. And it wasn't freezer burnt when I pulled it out. Let me wash my hands, then I'll get back with you. And so we put my lid on. I'll plug it in. I'll have it on low for 6 to 8 hours. And then I will, when I pull it out and stuff, I'll also record that for you. That'd be 6 to 8 hours from now. Hello, welcome back. 6 to 8 hours later, I have my crock pot in front of me. I did not move my air fryer this time. So I had to clean out the fridge, and I wanted to show you what I do for leftovers that were in the fridge. I don't automatically throw them in the freezer quite so fast because I might eat them the next day for lunch, but not for dinner. So we had steak fajitas the other night. So I threw them in a Tupperware, just a smaller one like this. And I was planning on eating it for lunch the next day, but I didn't get to it. So I now have them in a little baggie. There's enough for probably one, maybe two. And then I, as you can see, I put the date that I am putting in the fridge, or the freezer, and what is in my bag. And I try to get as much air out of it. That actually didn't do very well, so I'll try that again. Squeeze as much as you can out. And reseal it. I will, when I go back to work in the schools, I will take this with some tortillas, and I can have this as a lunch. Or if it is a night that my husband is not going to be home, or he works a little later and he'll bring a sandwich home from work as a fend for yourself night, I'll take it out and I'll eat it then. The same with taco meat. My son does not like peppers, so Daddy and I had chicken fajitas. He had tacos. So this is the last of the tacos. This is probably one, maybe two of the tacos. Same thing. I put down the date and the taco. I wrote taco meat down. It's just hamburger with taco seasoning. And then I got as much air as I could out. And I'll throw those in the freezer. And once again, we'll either eat it together as a separate meal the next time I do taco week like this week in like 4 weeks from now, or Daddy will bring a fast food meal home for him on a fend for yourself night, and I'll make leftovers for just me and little man, and it'll be all good. No big deal. Now we have leftover ham from Thanksgiving or sometime last week, and it's just ham sliced up. It was just a half a ham, and then we have the gratin potatoes from like 2 nights ago. So no, this was from last night, or was it 2 nights ago? Because when I did baked chicken, and so I'm actually making a ham potato corn chowder on Wednesday for leftovers. These are going in it. Actually, this is part of my leftovers this week, because I knew there was going to be leftovers the last couple weeks to make it, and then I'll have corn left over for tomorrow's dinner to go in it. So I kind of planned ahead. So just to give you a couple ideas, these are also great for when my daughter, before she moved out, when she was a teenager, she didn't like fajitas though, but for taco meat, to always have a bag of taco meat already done in your freezer, so when your teen is eating and is always hungry, they could take it out, throw it on a flour tortilla, warm it up, and they have a snack, or that's their lunch, or if they take it to school as their lunch, easy peasy. Alright, let me throw these into the freezer, and I'll be back with you with the rest of dinner tonight. Alright, I'm back. Hi, y'all. So, I don't dump grease down our drains. It's not good for your drains, obviously. So, we keep our jars from pickles or pasta sauces or whatever. And just make a funnel out of a paper plate. And this, I'm just going to sit in my sink so it's lower and easier to tip. I'm going to move my air fryer up. Move it just a little bit so you can see. There we go. And I'm just going to take the meat out with 2 spatulas. 2 spatulas, take the meat out. Maybe, if it wants to come out. Kind of like set it up a little bit so it drains. Now remember, we put a cup, half a cup to a cup of water in here, so it's not all fat. I'm going to let that sit like that. Get pot holders. Mine says, live what you love. And I love to cook. Even though I got picky people in my house and I have to cook around their pickiness. Truth now. Now I'll just pour it right into my funnel. This will probably fill up this jar. And I'll have to look for another jar. Oh. And there's a piece of meat. We don't want that to go in the funnel. We want to save that. I had to go get an empty can because my jar is full. So I'm just going to transfer over my funnel and finish. Ooh, forgot hot pads. And that is hot. Woo-hoo. Don't burn yourself, people. Woo-hoo. And you just pour it right in. I'm going to set that in the sink, let that cool. I have a top to go on the glass one. And then I'm just going to flop this back in my slow cooker. With the little pieces, drain the grease on that. If you have a stand mixer, you can put the meat in the stand mixer to shred it. I don't have a stand mixer. So all I do is I sit there and I just like stab at it. Like it's not already dead, y'all. Because it is. And I forgot this one had a big bone in it. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Toss the bone into the trash. And then just stab at it until the pieces fall apart. Stab, 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 stab. Now, you can use any barbecue sauce you want for this. We use the Aldi's brand of Sweet Baby Ray's. Because we can't afford Sweet Baby Ray's. It's like 50 cents to $1 more. And when you're on a budget, you want to usually go with the store brand. They usually are made from the same factories. Usually. Don't quote me on that. I know I've heard it on, like, Rachel Ray show that they are, and some other things like that. They're made from the same factories usually with just a different label on it. So there's not really a point to even sit there and I'm still stabbing it to get it apart. To even worry about that brand name that you have to pay for. Does that make sense? So skip the brand name unless you absolutely have a liking for it. Like, I won't buy Pop off brand because it still tastes different to me. I don't know why. So my daughter and my dad has to have Hellmann's mayonnaise. And now I've tricked them and have had Aldi's mayonnaise and they haven't noticed, but it is what it is. So it's just Aldi's. Now Aldi brand does not do dyes or anything like that. So they use vegetables for their dyes. And wow, you are just getting some gas out, isn't it? The air from the bottle is coming out with the sauce and it's making farty noises. Well then, I might just get a new bottle because I didn't have it upside down prior to this. Let's shake it and see if I can get some more out. It'll sit upside down for the next time I have to use it so that way I can get most of it out. Can you get me another one? My son will get me another barbecue sauce out of the cupboard. Alright, I'm back with the new bottle. Let's tip it over. They still making farty noises, huh? There we go. Stir it up. Oh, I missed a corner where my spatula was. Now, you could just take some out and put a little bit of barbecue sauce on a little bit of it and put taco seasoning on another portion of it instead of putting barbecue sauce on all of it. And then you can have this stretch to multiple meals. Instead of having it only be pulled pork, you can have like pork tacos, pork enchiladas. You can do a pork soup, pork and beans, all that stuff out of this one thing after you shred it. But we like shredded barbecue pork. And once we eat off of this, I'll put it in baggies like I did with the leftovers. I'll mark it and I'll throw it in our freezer. And then I have an easy dinner to pull out when we have a very busy night. And we'll just add sides, vegetables, fruit, chips, sides, any sides you want. And you're good to go. Alright, I wanted you to see a plate. So this is the pulled pork. My son asked for a pickle. And then he's got carrots, cucumbers, and an orange. And then he'll get dill dip, which is, I'll have to put the description below or the recipe below when I put this video because it's pretty long. It's, the base of it is sour cream and mayonnaise. And then it's got a lot of seasonings in it. So, of course with dill, because the name of it, dill dip. It's been in my family for a while, and it's from my grandma, and I have no idea where she got it from, so I can't give credit where credit is due, because I don't know where she got it from. Alright, just to give you a heads up, thanks. Hello, I'm in my breezeway, because it's the only quiet place in the house at the moment for some reason. My 7-year-old's like really loud. I am so sorry for the munching and the crunching of the dogs while I did my food video. I guess he was really extremely hungry. Also, I wanted to let you guys know that I bagged up those, I got 5 bags of the pulled pork to stick in the freezers for an easy night dinner. So that's kind of like a freezer meal for me, so that if we are busy those nights, I can easily take them out, warm them up, and we can just put sides with them. I wanted to apologize for my face half cut off when I was cooking and any other thing that was going on. I am, like I said before, I am new to Facebook and, or not Facebook, new to YouTube. And I wanted to make a channel because
there is some people that are having really hard times with this pandemic and have gone through a lot of financial problems and are having a hard time getting food and stuff. So if you want to leave me a chop challenge with what you have in your house, 4 ingredients, 3 ingredients, 5 ingredients that I have to use, go ahead and leave it down in the comments and I will surely do that. I'll buy the stuff and make something with it. I always love doing chop challenges. Not necessarily my family eat it, aka my husband and my son, who are more pickier than I am. And we'll see what we can do. Sorry for the shaking. It's cold out here. Michigan is like 30 degrees right now. No snow. Not yet. But it's cold. So we are working it out. It's right before Christmas, so I wanted to tell you guys what I am planning on for videos coming out once I figure out how to actually get them out to you guys. Is that, sorry about the glare, is I want to do a clean out the freezer, well, more like an inventory of the freezer and the pantry. And so that way I can make up meals and show you guys how I do that. And then I can do a low spend January and see how low I can go. I probably won't go any lower than $150 a month, which I have to count the weeks. Usually there's 5 weeks in January, so that's usually only $50 a week. Again, sorry for the shaking. It's cold out here. And I don't have my stand. I tried to do a snack video. I'm going to have to redo that one because it didn't come out right. It was very blurry. I don't know why. I think I'm going to have to do some other things. And so give a likes up if you like this video. If you don't, that's okay. Put a like down. It's all good. Subscribe if you like it. Put down a comment if you like to know anything. If you want to give me a challenge, anything like that. If you want a different, I'm trying to see you without all the glare in my glasses. If you have any questions, let me know. Leave a comment down below. Thank you and have a great night. Bye-bye.